who the hell this is? You know.
Someone is asking. Scorm is actually asking me if you've gotten a girlfriend yet. I don't know
If
why
I've got my girlfriend yet?
Yeah.
Or a boyfriend. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're that way. Yeah.
You're that way.
Well, that's not
Jack.
meant. Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't meant in a bad way. It was just. You're also into the company of men. So.
Well, hello. I don't think. I think that's a very personal question, to be honest.
Okay. Well, we're not. I'm not asking you who you're hooking up with. They're just asking you if you have somebody in the romantic sphere.
I might have.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to say. That's fine. Don't want to dig.
All right. I apologize. I didn't mean to come off. I did.
No, it's just a personal question, but
well,
yeah, I might have.
Okay, that's
recently
good.
met a very nice
person
girl online.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just, I've heard that happened recently, and it turned out to be a horse.
Can I read you something quickly that I just found?
Please.
So after cheering 2,600 bits to become the top cheer, carrying the #1 badge in Dave's stream right now, Baby Man Gaming had to stop supporting Phil because he was using his mom's credit card.
That has to be a troll.
Yeah, that has to be a troll. That sounds a little bit ridiculous.
I mean, because Derek already has breached. That's a Derek meme.
Yeah, that's most definitely a Derek meme.
Cannot confirm or deny. I'm just reading what's been sent to me.
Okay, so ProxyCon is asking me to ask you. Oh, ProxyCon in the chat is asking what the first time was when you started to rethink your opinion about Phil and how he felt about it.
I don't know how Phil felt about it, but when I got banned off Twitch, and I felt that was a turning point in my how I feel about Phil, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that he got you banned, don't you?
I do think that it's very probable. Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Interesting.
Well, I'm sorry. It sounded like you were going to say something. I'm sorry if I cut you off.
I'm actually going to go to the bathroom really quick, so you two can.
Okay. All right. Fine. So, okay. Let's say hypothetically that Phil didn't get you banned. Do you still have a grudge against him? Are you still angry with him?
Sort of, yes. Because even if he didn't get me banned, he didn't give one shit if I did. You know, he wasn't one bit supportive. You know, he's saying that.
He threw you under the bus.
I have like a special contact in Twitch and anything like that, and he didn't give one fuck, you know, and that's one of the reasons I suspect he did it, because I imagine how many money I use on Twitch, you know, and if he used his contact in Twitch to do anything, it was getting me banned, of course.
Shit, I just totally lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you. Damn it. It'll come back to me. Let's see. Children's entertainer is a blatant detractor, Nate. Oh, I know what it was. I can't. I mean, I hope you can forgive me, but I can't help but feel a little smug about everything, because you have to kind of admit that I told you so. Right?
Well, you told me so, but you didn't tell me in a very polite and.
I know. I probably was a little blunt about it. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, it's frustrating because when you see, I mean, I don't think you're a bad person, Vidar. I mean, we have some fundamental disagreements. We sometimes.
What do we disagree on?
One example, Derek. We have a serious disagreement about Derek.
I don't think so. We have a serious disagreement on him. It's just
we did. You think
it's like a creepy pedophile, but he's just 16 years old, and I think it's like a.
A creepy pedophile at 16.
No, but I think he's just a gay boy or something. I don't think he's.
He's gay and he's looking at 9-year-old girls. What?
Yeah, because
how does that work?
Cute. That's why I find things like that cute and not sexually. Yeah.
I think you know what? Just for the benefit of just avoiding going down, let's just not go down that road. So that we can keep things civil.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but you did ask. But I mean, aside from that, I think you're a decent person. We do have disagreements, but I mean, I think that you're a decent guy. But it was frustrating because even when we were talking, what was it like at New Year's or whatever? I'm like trying to tell you like look at the track record. Look at fucking what's his name, Mighty Furtado. Look at Howard, John Rambo, OJ, now Leanna.
OJ,
all these
OJ?
people. OJ
Some
is one of his
people I have
friends.
no relation to that whatsoever. I think it's probably the same situation you find that Mr. Swaggins guy in right now.
Oh, Swaggins is the new you, by the way. If
Yeah,
you
he
haven't
is.
noticed.
Consistently, I think he is because he's delusional as fuck and think like Phil is some sort of person that deserves his well-meant support.
At
I
least,
don't think that.
but you know what? There's one thing that I can give you that he is that you never were is he's kind of a Jesus freak, which makes it even weirder.
Yeah, I'm not
He has a relationship with
particularly
Jesus.
religious. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is weird. Yeah,
Eddie
I mean,
wants-
like
Does he know Phil is an atheist?
did he really? I'm sure he's just saying that shit to be edgy.
I don't think Phil's an atheist.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in.
Doesn't he have? Wait.
No,
What's his
he's-
chain? He has a chain around his neck. That's not a religious thing, is it? It's just a chain, like looking like a grease
Just
ball.
like a gold chain. He's Greek, right?
No, he's foolish.
Italian or whatever.
No, whoa. To my understanding, and please someone correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he's 3/4 Polish and 25% Italian, and he likes to pretend that he's like all the more Italian than he actually is. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's correct.
Apparently, it was a gift from Leanna.
Oh, it was? Okay.
So I just want to address Eddie had a question really quick.
Yeah.
I just want to scroll up. BSV, did you know that Deep Drive got banned?
I didn't know Deep Drive got banned, but I just heard that B they got banned.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah,
that's why I sort of jumped into the stream of text as well, because I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that a minute, because you might have some new insight on that. Because did you hear what Phil said about him?
B there or Deep Drive?
About Beta.
I don't know. I can tell you what.
Okay.
Fun fact though, the reason that Beta and the Deep Drive got modded was because I asked Phil to mod them.
Okay, so the reason that I mean, I'm just trying to remember from this afternoon what he said. He basically said that he was unbanning people. He was unbanning detractors. He was telling people not to give Phil money because he was going to get banned from Twitch soon. And apparently he was essentially hanging out with detractors or something like that.
What a fucking hero. I mean...
I'm very curious of how much of that... okay, let me ask you another question. How much of what Phil says do you think is a lie? Typically,
well, it's sort of a. I think he mostly tells the truth from his point of view, but that's
from his point of view.
Yeah, but that's sort of like a delusional point of view where he's like a Twitch god or something. I don't know.
I mean, you've seen the fact that he lies, right?
Yeah, I have seen him lie directly on several or a few occasions at least.
Okay, well let me ask you this: were you privy to any lies while you were still modding and still, in Team Phil, and that you were just like watching it and you're like, that's not true, what the fuck, and why would you lie about that? Did anything like that ever happen?
Well, I can tell you one thing, Tex. That I'm a very loyal person, and I was on Team Phil, and he didn't really do anything to offend me up till the point where I got banned from Twitch. So I sort of just played along with the the role or something that I felt that I was in.
Okay, so that doesn't that's all well and good, but that doesn't really answer my question. What I'm saying is, did you witness or were you privy to him being intentionally deceptive that you could see, and you just sort of.
Yes. Especially when it comes to he streams all the time, right? And he says things like, I get so sick I had to skip out on the stream because it's so sick I couldn't do it. This sort of lame excuses why he couldn't show up for a stream. It's obviously that he just doesn't want to do it. That he's tired or something.
Okay, so, well, how can you? Okay, I mean, I would say most likely that's a lie, but how do you know for certain it was a lie?
I only have like one specific instance, and that is a stupid thing with this fucking sink. The one time it's like,
Yes.
I had to cancel 3 streams because my kitchen sink started leaking, and I had to call a plumber, and I had to sit there all day. Imagine if the plumber had come in and called the door, and I was in my office, and oh my god, I had to. And it's sort of that time when they did that because it's.
Yeah, I know that you're really salty about that still, and I'm still not understanding why.
Why? Because he lied.
Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Just what did it?
Yeah, you are missing something because I went to this forum and I started a whole thread about it. It was such a stupid thing to do. Really, it's a really autistic fucking rant about Phil, this is wrong because the numbers you are giving are all wrong, and this is not how you fix a sink in your bathroom and. In the kitchen, and it was just all the information was wrong about everything. So I just pointed out, and it just deleted the thread. Oh, this didn't happen.
Yeah, well, he deleted the thread the other day about the leaked Patreon videos.
He deleted that quickly. He deleted a lot of KG stuff in replies and stuff.
Of course he did, and KG's just gonna sit there and take it because he's KG, and then he'll act all edgy and shit, and then pretend like he's got moral high ground.
Yeah.
That guy is such a scumbag.
Why is KG a scumbag? I mean, what did he do? How did you wrong you text? Why?
We go way back, KG and I. Yeah.
Tell me why he's a scumbag and why he's.
It's a long story, but just basically, he said some really nasty shit about my girlfriend that he could not prove. And essentially, he was just being a giant shitbag to be a shitbag. And then he likes to have, pretend he has moral high ground. When he's not playing with magic ponies.
It was Tex beats his wife kind of a deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, that kind of shit. And none of it he could actually prove. I mean, there was another guy who kind of carried on that and made it even worse. And he still might be around. I think he's under a different account now and sort of trying to troll and support Phil and talk. I mean, I remember like he was talking all kinds of major shit about like the SOK and Fred and stuff, and that's fine. But yeah, that guy was particularly nasty. But yeah, long story short, KG is. I don't. You know what? I mean, it's sad. He's not even a fan anymore. He's just hanging out there because he doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
He's just he's pretty much said as much. He's like, well, I don't really have anywhere to go or do, but so I'm gonna hang out here and talk with you guys.
No, but come on, Tex. That's his online community. It's several weirdos in the DSP forum there. That's just things out there. They're friends. They're there. It's like a public playground where you can see
Yeah, it's amazing that forum. It's just like, no matter what. I mean, the joke is Phil could commit murder, and these people would still try to find a way to spin it so that like they fell on the knife or something like that.
No, they don't care about Phil that much. I think it's more or less that they're there and they found like
a community.
A community, and then
I've seen that, and people even say that, and I've heard that recently, even in Phil's Twitch chat.
Yes, the case with the chat as well.
Yeah,
but it's sort of two microcosms, very separate from each other because the forum guys don't go and hang out in the stream chat and vice versa. It's just like some few very dedicated Phil supporters that go both places and. Like I used to do, and I can think about a few others that will be
Thanks
that
for the bits,
dedicated.
dummy.
They just float around both places, but they're not really. I don't know how to spin this, or but you don't know what I mean, right? Phil is just not for both the communities. Phil is just like the shopping mall people go to. It's
we got 100-bit cheer from Killing Joke.
Killing,
Dear Bill, thank you for the second helping of ass cancer. Wow.
He's so supportive.
Well, I didn't realize you had a first helping of ass cancer.
He tells me all the time that my streams are cancer. So
yeah, well, no, he said some really nice things about both of us. Yes,
for sure. He's a nice
guy.
guy.
Yeah. He's easy to eat. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, Vidar. So, John Rambo, in his infinite wisdom, once said that Phil's fans, quote, aren't too bright. Would you say that that's a fair assessment?
No, I think there's many different tiers of Phil fans and stuff like that, but it's probably not the Mensa society or anything like that. But I wouldn't say they're fucking morons or completely retarded or anything like that. That's a very unfair. Some people are. It ranges from everything from kids to young adults who hang out, and I think Phil's boring gameplay isn't and his woes that attract most people. It's more the drama and the sort of edgy thing about being in the DSP and stuff like that. That's
right. It's Tevin pointed out something really interesting, and it's true. It's just that he has Phil has what fucking 180 something thousand, who knows how many of those are dead accounts on YouTube, and he has I think half of his Twitter followers are like fake. But I mean, he still has a lot of Twitter followers. But the thing is, a lot of these people are just kind of in the kind of come out of the wilderness when there's drama, and it's like, oh yeah, Phil, we got your back. Like, where the fuck were you?
But this is a really sad truth about the whole thing, about the whole, DSP detractor and DSP supporter community, is that it's not that big difference between how bad Phil is and how bad some of his worst detractors is. It's sort of it's really some horrible persons floating around in both sides. It's
I will be the first to admit I think a lot of them have since departed, but there's definitely some bad eggs it's kind of like, and it's maybe bad form to cite Gamergate, but the big thing with Gamergate was anyone can use the hashtag of Gamergate, right?
Of course,
you had the people who were doing it because they were passionate about the whole ethics thing, and then you had people who were just shit posting and trying to harass people with it, and then they just pointed to those people. They're like, they're the Gamergate people. It's like, so I get that.
It's exactly almost like that. It's a very, very good point, because some people are seeing that take the Gamergate as an example, that some people are acting like real sons of bitches and being really, really, really bad, and making a spectacle out of their side of the thing, and they're just like label everything around this and go like so fanatical against it that it's seems unreasonable from the other side seeing it again. So when people go totally full retard against Phil, when they hey, I don't know, they go after some sponsor they have or something, and then people see that and they think like, well, this isn't reasonable from these people to do that, and they go ahead and think, well, we have to support Phil because these people are really going in. They can't see how big of a douchebag Phil is, because the things that are done to him is sort of unproportionate to what he deserves to have done to him, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. I, like I said, even though most of the nasty elements from, the anti-Phil side has gone. I wouldn't say that it's completely
There's always
been
going to be groups of people that are going to
yeah, they'll come and go.
Yeah, and it's Phil. It's just like a retarded streamer online, and people are just investing too much time in like fucking up for him. It's okay. I understand why they do it because he's an asshole, but they just get too passionate and they go way too far in ruining it. And that's what I saw. And I saw like these people. This isn't normal, right? That people will go this far fucking with this guy. And I think, okay, I think this guy needs a white knighting or something. And yeah, it doesn't. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
We got
go ahead.
100-bit cheer here, BSV. He wants to know. Derek Loves Lemur wants to know when your next Cooking with a Viking is going to be, and that he's a huge fan.
XOXOXOXO.
I don't think Derek Loves Lemur wants to know that at all. But we were supposed to have underage sex in the internet.
Whoa! Let's
no. But it's just it's a dumb meme where I'm the pedophile and he's the underage. But
Mm.
So I have a question, BSV.
Yeah.
What do you think of what Phil said? I think I already know the answer to this question, but what do you think of Phil's lashing out at Rich RTU in that leaked Q&A?
Well, I was shocked. I had never seen that before.
Yeah. Do you think that it's an appropriate response?
I think Rich is a fucking asshole. I think he's worse than Phil because at least Phil tries to be somewhat honorable with saying he doesn't want the drama and doesn't actively go in and create so much of a drama videos and so much. But Rich is more like he makes drama vids for the sake of making drama vids and.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what I had to tell you. I told my girlfriend that tonight, and she said to say hello.
Hello?
She's not. Well, she's in bed, but she wanted me to tell you hello.
Oh yeah.
So
hello's from Sweden.
I'm gonna say we'll do. Are you good for another 15 minutes? Because there's someone else that wants to join in. I don't want to have too many people in on this call.
Oh, mystery caller?
Yeah. So maybe we'll have BSV if you want to hang out for another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll have someone else.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Can we know who this mystery caller is?
Yeah, David Davidson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so if anyone else has any questions for BSV, throw them out there. Keep them appropriate though.
Yeah. This is a family stream after all.
Wow, dude. So what do you think of Phil's tax situation? Do you think he's making it up or do you think it's true?
I think it's initially was true, but he's milking it for more than it is worth.
You think that he's intentionally withholding the number?
Yeah, I think he got this. He had this successful tax beg whateverness like in the end of the year, and I think he got all his back taxes fixed by then.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just oh wow, this was a successful endeavor, and I think he just think to continue with it, even though it's pretty obvious that he doesn't owe that much more in taxes because he even admitted that that when he had this begathon or whatever, he got he got it covered more or less, so he didn't owe any more money on the back taxes. So all the new taxes had to be something from the new donors donation he got. So it's pretty obvious that it's just bullshit from the new year and so on.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions in the chat. One of them is, will Viking try to warn the next generation of pay pigs like Swaggins?
I don't really appreciate the word pay pig, to be honest. It's so is D. Davidson your pay pig now then? Bill? Would you say that that's a fair assessment, that he's got some sexual fetish for you and just wants to throw money at you and gets insulted or something? Is that
I think there's a bit of a difference. I think there's a difference between someone coming in and maybe throwing a large amount once or twice versus someone that comes back day after day, week after week, throwing large amounts all the time. I think there's a difference between those guys.
Oh, because there's a pay pig light, more or less. Then.
Pay pig light.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't think there's any sexual sort of a deviant thing about the giving people money online, even though it's Phil. It's just like, oh, it didn't just suddenly turn into like a findom thing because it's Phil. It's just idiotic. I really find it.
It bothers you.
Don't like. It does bother me to a big extent, because it's not only Phil that received this sort of donations, and it's
right. Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Findom thing. It's not a woman paying Phil to abuse them,
All right, well, I've got on a related note, a similar question. What do you think of when people call Phil's fan base or what have you a cult?
It's wrong, because it's not a cult. It's just how does that resemble a cult? If you say, I remember, I think it's King of Paul or Fred Fox or something that made this argument that Phil's fan was a cult following, but it's not.
Why? Why is it not?
Well, you have to explain why it is, and I can say why it's not, because you are just saying, oh, I can't. It's sort of a negative supposition, how can I explain something that isn't when you don't even explain how it is, All
right. Well, give me one moment. I'll pull up Cults 101 checklist of cult characteristics.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of characteristics that Phil has that are very that can be.
But how is it though? He's not a religious leader.
Okay, cult doesn't have to be based around religion, though. That's the thing.
No, but he's not like a leader at all. He's
well, here. Just for the let's have some fun. This is a list of compiled by 2 PhDs of characteristics of a cult. Okay, so the first one is the group displays excessively zealous and unquestioning commitment to its leader, and whether alive or dead, regards his belief system, ideology, and practice as the truth or law.
Well, then explain to me Phil's ideology and how people are following it.
He is constantly spouting his philosophy in his fucking hour-and-a-half long pre-streams.
Yeah, which is?
What?
Which is what?
Which is talking about all kinds of things, be it, about YouTube, be it about streamers, that he's so different, even though he's basically become everything that he preached about previously, that I'll never do this, I'll never do that, and he's now doing it. You know what I mean?
That's a hypocrite. I don't understand. He feels a hypocrite. That doesn't make him a cult leader.
No, I know. Okay, what I'm saying is, he is constantly spewing his ideology, and people will rarely disagree with him.
And I don't think he has an ideology. It's just like a dumbass begging for money online. That's not an ideology.
No, but he's constantly, spouting off about things that he has very little knowledge of, dude.
Of course, but that's making him a dumb hypocrite, and it's not like an ideology.
Okay, well, this is just one aspect. We can move on. To me, I think that's that fits. But okay. So
I don't think that fits. I think we agree that doesn't fit.
All right. So the second one: questioning, doubt, and dissent are discouraged or even punished.
Well, I agree with that, but then then again, there's not any repercussion from going away from Phil. That's sort of your own personal commitment. And I don't feel like I'm leaving a cult. I just feel like that I realized that I was doing something stupid.
Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3. All right, this is going to be probably not a good fit. Mind-altering practices. Let's see. Such as meditation, chanting, speaking in tongues, denunciation sessions, and debilitating work routines are used in excess to serve to suppress doubts about the group and its leaders. All right, I will admit.
Well, that's a perfect match. That's a
no. I'm saying that's not
exactly like Phil is.
I'm not saying he's that. We'll go over the NPD shit, and he'll tick every box on that. But this, that's okay. Fair cop. That doesn't fit. Next one. The leadership dictates, sometimes in great detail, how members should think, act, and feel. For example, members must get permission to date, change jobs. I mean, that's a little extreme.
It's
But
a
I
little
think
extreme, but I can tell you, Phil is the worst leader you come across because people give him the benefit of the doubt. They try to help him. They try to like fluff him up and put the pillow under his arms and help him along in every way. But he's like he insists on doing everything himself, and he does not accept any help because he feels like he is the one supposed to be in control, and people are just like, okay, nothing happens, nothing ever happens.
Okay. Well, just for the sake of time, I'll kind of just read through the rest real quick. The group has a polar. Wait. Oh, sorry. That one actually fits very well. I missed one. The group is elitist, claiming a special exalted status for itself, its leader, and members. A special being or an avatar. I would say that's somewhat okay, not. But the next one.
Yeah, but this fits for the detractor folks as well. It's just.
I don't think we're elitist. I don't think I'm anything special. I don't.
Fred fucks.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, Well, Fred is Fred. Fred is Fred is Fred.
That was a cult. It's okay. Was more of a cult than was Phil ever was.
Fred was a fucking weirdo, and I mean, I don't think that anyone will.
But you want to know something? I liked Phil worse. I think Fred was a better guy than what Fred was. He wasn't.
You think Fred? You think Phil is better than Fred?
No, I think Fred is better than Phil.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that makes sense.
Well, I gotta disagree. I mean, Phil never tried to run me off the internet.
Yeah, but like, true.
That's your personal opinion, and I can see that that's really shitty. If it's if that was a consideration, I would say that he's about the same.
Dude, no lie, he spent like an entire day apparently trying to reconstruct what my face looks like because it was the reflection in a spoon. I took a picture. I'm not shitting you. This is real. He spent like a good part of a day in Photoshop trying to figure out what my face looked like from a fucking reflection of a spoon.
A dedicated man.
That is ridiculous. I promise you, I'm not that attractive a guy. You really aren't missing much. But okay, so let me go through the rest of these real quick. So this next one is really good. This is dead on. The group has a polarized us versus them mentality, which may cause conflict with the wider society. It's definitely us versus them.
Well, there's no conflict with the greater society. I think it's just
a
microcosm, at least.
Yeah, but it's us versus them. Are you a fan or are you a detractor? There's really, what's that George W. It's like, you're either with us or you're with the terrorists.
Nah, with Phil, maybe he has this sort of, absolutist view on that. But I think Bide and some other people could disagree with that. At least it's not like a common.
Only a Phil fan deals in absolutes. Anyway, it's a Star Wars reference. The leader is not accountable to any authorities, unlike, for example, teachers, military commanders. I don't think that's really. Yeah. The group teaches or implies that its supposedly exalted ends justify whatever means it deems necessary. This may result in members participating in behaviors or activities that would be considered reprehensible or unethical before joining the group.
I don't think there's you just have to give Phil a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me ask you this, since we're talking about that. How often do you feel like people who were given mods were just kind of paid their way to it, like yourself, for example?
I didn't pay to be a mod exactly, but I think that giving Phil money would be a good way to gaining his trust, because that's that would benefit him. But
it's his
not,
way of trying to.
It was never like I just simply asked. It was not simply something. I don't think there's like a agreement that you have to pay him anything that you really pay for it. That's not.
Well, it's his way of vetting out, because he knows that like actual trolls aren't going to pay, hundreds of dollars just to get mods. Maybe some exceptional ones are, but I mean, the majority of them aren't going to throw hundreds of dollars at him. So it's a good way of him to vet out.
Of course, it's of course, because yeah, most definitely.
All right, I'll rush through these last ones. We're almost through.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a good one. The leadership induces feelings of shame and or guilt in order to influence and or control members. Often this is done through peer pressure and subtle forms of persuasion. You can't deny that's fucking true.
Well, there's no peer pressure because there's only Phil, and that's just him trying to do
No,
some.
it's no. He guilts and shames people.
Yeah, but
into
I don't know how to put this, but he kills people more likely. Yeah, but it's
if you shame on you if you you were the ones that helped make this happen. Where I got you were holding a gun in my head. Yeah, I want everyone to write on these videos in the comments that you almost got Phil killed.
But
you want to tell me that's not guilt and that's not trying to manipulate people? Fuck bullshit. All right, so well at least we somewhat agree on that. Subservience to the leader or group requires members to cut ties. No, that's not really. I mean, they do cut.
I think we have failed this already because there's too many negatives.
No. I mean, I agree. I mean,
we can say that there's some similarities in any fandom with any whatever online.
Yeah, but some more than others. Some more than
others, and I don't think Phil is the worst. I think there's a lot more worse.
I mean, there's
cult-like personalities online, and you can just go and look at the social justice warrior crowd or some of these.
Even worse, dude. Look at the Channel Awesome people, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a question I was supposed to ask.
That's a cult. Come on.
No, not nearly as bad as Phil. I mean, it's still bad.
I'm not denying that. The Channel Awesome is less worse than Phil. Come on, he doesn't even have the Channel Awesome people were like a big thing. Phil is just one person. He doesn't have any I'm sure he hasn't shared 1 cent of revenue with anyone else than John Rambo or something. To be honest, he doesn't even pay his fucking. And I was shocked to learn this. I thought he at least paid, Mighty Onyx for doing his webpage. No. I was so shocked. I believed this
he doesn't pay anybody.
All the way up to this, because the webpage obviously costs money, so you have to pay something for hosting. But that Mighty Onyx was like the web administrator and does his shit totally free. I couldn't believe it.
No, nobody. He doesn't pay anybody. Like I said to Swaggins, essentially, he paid to offer free labor to Phil.
Yeah, and Phil will probably say no.
No, he's a mod. I mean, that's to me that's essentially labor. I mean, to some extent.
Well, I don't know many paid mods on Twitch, to be honest. I don't think that's.
Well, he gave him at least like $250. The other guy, what was his name? Infinite 55 or whatever. I think it's. But like I said, in my eyes, they're just paying to work for free.
Well, at least you can agree that Phil is the most greedy. I don't think you can find anyone much more greedy than Phil and I. Even the Channel Awesome people are probably less greedy than what Phil was in sharing revenues and paying people and stuff like that.
No, I'm definitely agreeing with you that Channel Awesome.
But the Channel Awesome thing is a much bigger deal than what Phil is, no matter what, because Phil is just like one guy who's just a greedy e-beggar online, and
Well, to be fair, I mean, Nostalgia Critic alone pulling, I mean, like he easily pulls like 1 million views a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Phil would kill for those numbers.
Yes, of course, but at least he produces content that is good. I have watched a few Nostalgia Critics videos lately, and they're entertaining at least.
To some extent, I guess, but I mean, it's just it's so old now, man. I mean, it's been going on what 12, 13 years now. It's just let's give it up. I mean, the angry reviewing thing is just. I mean, and that's as far as I can tell, for my money, that's where Phil kind of got his shtick from. He watched AVGN and is like, hey, I can do that. And then he did his whole shitty dicks thing, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's just like it." Seriously, like think about it. What differentiates Phil from AVGN?
No,
Like,
I
at
think
its
I
core.
think Phil really wanted to be like Pissed Pablo or that guy. That's more.
Oh, Angry Joe.
Yeah.
Pissed Pablo.
There was actually a time where this was years ago, where he was in his chat and I think Loophole capped it. Basically said he mocked Angry Joe for opening a Patreon. He's like, "Oh, he has to beg his fans for money," you know.
Yeah, but hypocrite is the first thing I think when Phil, because he has done so many things that it's not like, oh, well, you can forgive Phil for saying he don't want a Patreon, and then he goes making one. But there's just so many of this stuff.
Yeah, is David coming into the chat, dude?
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to have too many people going on at once, so I was gonna wait until Vidar
No,
was
I don't
done,
think.
but-
I mean, well, Vidar, how much longer are you hanging out?
Well, I'm really tired, so I'm going to bed real soon. But
Okay.
yeah, was I supposed to talk with Mr.
That's up to you
Generous
guys.
or something?
That's up to you guys. I mean, he's gonna hop in here in about 60 seconds. So
All right. Well, no, I don't. I mean, I hope I'm not, hogging you or whatever. Everyone's welcome. Well. No, I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. I just kind of like I get really, like when we're talking, it's like I have a question, then I kind of have one on deck while you're talking. And it's terrible of me. I'm kind of one of those people who.
Bill is playing the game. He has to concentrate on,
hey,
Right.
I'm enjoying listening in. Oh, did someone join?
That's Dave. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey,
How's it going?
Moneybags Davidson, what's going on, dude?
Welcome.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, do you
I'm
have
not
any
trying to
questions
keep
for
you up,
BSV?
Do you want to talk about anything? Talk.
Wait, who are you asking?
BSV.
BSV.
Oh, if
If
he
I
wants
want
to
to
talk
talk-
about something?
Yeah, I don't want to keep you up, dude. Like, if you're going to bed soon, like, we can talk right now. Get into it. No,
Well,
I actually let me just ground base. I really like you. You're really
you
cool
like
dude.
me?
Up until
No
about
shit.
3 months ago, where you started to go off the crazy train.
Well, that's kind of a backhanded compliment.
A little bit.
No shit, like fucking dude, you went off the fucking deep end, but
I did.
You're kind of back. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know. I think that BSV's had a bit of redemption.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking 5 a.m. in the morning, and I've been up for 24 hours.
Bitch, dummy.
I understand that. I'm just saying, in the last 3 months though, you were kind of up my asshole about me being against DSP.
Well,
As soon as the SOK disbanded, you were up my ass.
Well, you were sort of part of the DSP, no, DSP, SOK, whatever.
I'm not SOK.
But you were.
No,
Okay, hold on. I want to
Never.
clarify this. As someone that was actually in the SOK for a little bit, I was in their chats. I never saw David Davidson in their chats.
But I'm pretty sure didn't David Davidson give away like a fucking
No, that was
PS4 or something?
wait. That was Moneybags.
I've given tonight. It was the most generous I've given. $100 was before to Texas speeding ticket, and tonight was.
That was a
But
long
David,
time.
you were the one that made the clips they used as a background to their stream. I'm pretty sure David Davison plays games, and there was David Davison games all over the SOK stream. Wasn't that you?
I never. The only time I've been on SOK stream was that one time for my first Overwatch video.
I think he might be confusing you with Tyler Hansen.
Yeah, I think I might be
You
actually.
know what?
Yeah.
I think I might actually be confusing you with Tyler Hansen.
Tyler Hansen,
no,
he's
BSV.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
BSV, I love you. We're on the same page. We came from the same area, Mr. Mediker, and I don't hate you.
No, I don't hate you at all either.
Like-
But can I explain
feel
something?
like
I
we
need
had
to.
a bad
I need to explain
time.
this. I
Yeah.
need to really explain this, and
Okay.
this is a really important point to me. In fact, how I have been treated some people in the DSP community, especially the distractor ones, because there was people like taking, in my opinion, DSP way too seriously. Like
Mhm.
they had calls with him, and they were especially, and I think yet I have some people that I think are like, oh shit, I don't really agree with the way they think things too serious because they're just way too committed to it, right? And then I think you just came up on my radar because it's like, oh wow, why does this guy care so much about DSP? And I was like, this seems to you're obsessed with the guy, you know. And I was overanalyzing it, and that's sort of maybe a bad excuse, but that's sort of why I basically
oh, bravo,
that's
Jonathan Ross. Yeah.
no,
Oh,
but
that guy.
no, but some people were like taking, and I still do take Phil way too seriously and sort of detract them in all the time, and it seems like it's their only purpose in life is to sort of dig in on DSP, but I don't see the reason for it. It's so when people are not diverse at all and sort of name Dragon Killer and make.
I'll agree with you. Some people do go too far, but I'm not one of them. I actually believe I like to have fun. It's
most people do. I hope.
I just know we got into a Twitter little debacle a few months ago before you got banned from Twitch, and you were really on the side dark side Phil, and I'm just
of course I was.
it's
duh.
Yeah. We're kind of from the same cloth. That's what I'm saying. It's like we came from Medicare, we came onto here, and we just decided different routes from it. And I just think you got on the wrong route for it. And I think you're just starting to see that right now, or at least in the last month.
If I can ask a related question, I mean, was it difficult for you to? I mean, you obviously came to this kind of revelation. Was it difficult for you to come forward and admit, you know what, you guys were right, he's a piece of shit? Was that difficult for you?
To, at some point, cut your losses, but the honest to God thing why I got so pissed at Phil was because he would have just had to say, "Oh, thank you, Ryder. Have a nice whatever you do later." But he just didn't care enough to just say, "I'm sorry this happened to you," or anything like that.
So you got pushed to the side?
More or less, yes, he did, and that's yeah. And if he did, I mean, I will just walked away and say, "Oh, nice knowing you, Phil," and we would have no further interaction. But it was such a bitch thing to do. Like the last Patreon message he sent was just like, "Thanks for the money,
dummy."
Yeah, more or less. What? Are you fucking serious?
Thanks for the money.
BSV, like, you're a cool dude. I'm sorry that happened to you. It's just that fuck, I don't know how to put this in a great way, but
oh, spit it out, man.
It sucks that you gave money to a person that scammed you.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't scam me. But for God's sakes, you have to say this isn't a scam or anything. Well, it's just me being stupid. Hey, it's no scam involved whatsoever. It's giving money on.
But why'd you give money to him in the first? You know what? Let me give you the.
He hasn't. If you scam me, I have a lot of fucking Dark Side Field T-shirts and I got them.
You've got that
rare purchase right there.
Yeah, you've got the hoodie.
BSV. What was the intent of your purchase? Like, was it to support him, or was it just like, I'm a fan, I'm giving money?
It was sort of that I like the design on the shirts. They're not bad at all. I mean,
okay. I have a question related to that. When you were wearing that shit out in public, did anyone stop you and like, what the fuck is that? What are you wearing?
No. Honestly, I worn this in public many times, and they're like, "Oh, how is it? DPS gaming? Oh, that's damage per second." Yeah. People really don't care. People don't give a shit about Phil. That's how it is. It's at least in my personal circle. They don't. Even my closest personal friends like, "Oh yeah, you like this online streamer? That's cool."
That's all right.
Whatever. Yeah, they don't give a shit.
DPS gaming.
Yeah. What else would it stand for? You know?
And hence a new meme was born. I honestly, I fully anticipate somebody tomorrow coming with the Twitter handle of DPS Gaming. Everything becomes a meme. Everything becomes a meme. I mean, it's like the newest one is the. I saw a great one with these leaks. It was intelligent gameplay.
Oh my god!
Who the fuck says that?
Intelligent
gameplay.
Oh, it reminds me of something I just can't put my finger on.
Oh, he meant intelligent power gameplay. Okay.
Wow.
That's not,
No, it's okay. BSV, we have some difference in the past. Can you forgive me for being?
Can you forgive me? I think it's
I
sort
can
of a.
forgive you, dude. I can forgive you any day of the week.
Well, any day then, because I was sort of bitch against you as well.
It's okay. Hey, Dick.
This is cute. I need to save
Yeah.
this video on demand.
It's a Kodak moment.
Yeah, someone needs to clip that shit.
No, but seriously, how big's your dick?
PG stream, guys. PG.
Right.
This isn't
Okay.
a Dave stream.
No.
Um,
It's okay. First off, BSV, I have respected you a long time.
respect you a long time.
3-month period where I thought you're kind of up your own ass. And that was the last 3 months you got on Twitch with Phil, and I respect you again. It's okay.
Aw.
Well, thank you, sir. I
You
appreciate
don't
it.
need to thank me. It's okay.
Well, okay. Well, Vidar, this kind of begs a question that I have to ask you. And it's kind of going to be difficult, so I apologize in advance. But are traps gay?
Depends.
It depends.
Depends on the trap.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. If
What is like a bear trap or a fox trap, or it's just like trap to lure in
No, it can't.
prey in general?
Trap is-
I know what a trap is. I'm just kidding.
God. What a question.
Someone asked Phil that recently when he got banned or he got suspended. When he went on to YouTube, I think someone gave him a super chat of like $5 and asked him if traps are gay.
Let me
Oh
guess.
my
He
God.
said, "Thanks for the $5."
I don't think he answered.
No, he did most of his super chats. He'd completely miss them.
Yeah. He said 1 or 2, and he decided to say "fuck off."
I'm sure that I've mentioned this before. Someone is talking about Blair White in the chat, and I still will forever laugh at the video I saw on Alex Jones of Blair White being interviewed by Alex Jones and him implying that going trans is basically one step towards becoming a cyborg.
What?
I'm
What?
serious. This video exists. I will try to find it.
I
But
guess
it's-
somebody didn't take the super male mentality,
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna ask one more thing of BSV. We're gonna go after this. Are you gonna keep following DSP? Are you gonna go to other locales? What's your game plan?
No, it's all Wings of the Redemption from now on. He's much more
Wings of
entertaining.
Redemption? Oh fuck!
He's gonna
I
start.
do not want to do a video with him, but I have been getting some requests.
He's gonna start bankrolling Jonathan Ross.
Oh yes, of course.
You know what?
No fake Ross. No,
Hopefully
definitely fake Ross.
he drinks enough bleach. Jesus, that guy is.
No, he didn't. No, it wasn't bleach. It was Febreze.
Yeah, well, I hope.
It was. Oh God, that was the best. He was like, yeah, I drank like Febreze and it made me shit myself.
What? I'm sure
He-
his farts smelled like flowers
Like
too.
Apparently, he just couldn't stop shitting for like 2 days.
That's
Oh my
what happens.
Oh well, at least I drank Febreze, you know.
I'm like, you food. So, yeah, something like that.
Not such a cool.
Oh, he's the edge lord.
Jonathan
of
Ross is a
edgelords.
DSP fan, right?
No,
No, he was a
No.
DSP detractor of all things. I think
Fuck that.
he was so sad because he couldn't join the SOK, and it's like, well, basically, I'm afraid.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
afraid. I'm basically afraid.
first of all, basically,
You know what? I'm gonna say one thing. The one time I was in the SOK cast, it was okay.
Mm,
mm,
Nah, it was okay. It was okay.
mm.
Like they let me on. They said things, and then I said okay, and then I left. So I didn't.
I think maybe the SK have
dox
gotten a
attempts.
little bit of a much bad reputation than what they deserve, right? Because it sort of was Fred.
I don't know what's going on with them.
Sort of.
Like, if you have to dox people to fucking deal with them on a day-to-day basis, you're doing it wrong. It's just fuck that. Like,
yeah, I agree. It's totally wrong doxing people, but that was not. I think it was few of the people that did that, but it's not bad.
Fred was super paranoid. He decided to go on other people and then like try and investigate them, think that they're a tractor or not, or what the fuck ever. He made it too much of a fucking real thing.
It was a little bit sad that way. But
he
at
was
least
an exceptional individual.
At least
19-hour calls, dude.
At least some people in Africa got water, guys. I mean,
I feel bad. I actually
Africans know what a door sounds like.
I helped raise a couple $100 towards that, and I don't know how I feel about that now. I kind of feel scummy.
Well, to be fair, they might actually have helped somebody, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Make yourself feel better.
All I had to do was go see Paul Blart 2 times in the theater. I'm not shitting you. That happened. It was Tyler Hansen, actually. I think he paid $200 or something like that for me to sit through Paul Blart 2 twice. That happened. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. But Paul to be fair,
an American cop.
But I can say that both times that I went to go see Paul Blart 2, I paid to go see something else. So Paul Blart did not get any of my money that day.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I went to go I actually went to go see apparently one of those Divergent movies. I think I've gone to see that twice. But yeah, no money for Paul Blart today.
Somebody in your chat is like, do you think Fred's ain't gonna come back anytime soon?
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Now, especially now that we've got his face, he's not coming back.
He's
Sorry, I'm just randomly playing the party horn sound. Oh.
It would have been so nice to have a conversation with Fred, though. I would have appreciated that. Just like
you know what? If
away,
this happened all after Fred,
dude, I have so much to say to Fred after all of the shit that came out.
Like, how's my dick taste? You know, all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Just my favorite thing, and I'm trying not to make it too much about myself, but one of my favorite thing personally that came out was the fucking audio that I don't know who recorded this or why, but Fred is like, you know what it's like. I'll explain what actually happened, what it reminds me of. What actually happened was he went onto the ED page and added me onto the ED page, and it was like, yep, I'm gonna add him on the page, and it's going to be awesome. It's not going to come back to us. He's going to think Jonathan Ross did it. He's actually like walking step by step through the process of how he's trying to screw me over. And it reminds me of, any of you guys ever seen Role Models? This shit came out like a decade ago. It's got Paul Rudd and Stifler.
What I might have, but I was probably
okay.
In the capacity.
there's a part where in the beginning where there's a guy in the I can't remember her name, the girlfriend's office, and she's a lawyer, and he's basically saying, I didn't, you were caught with a bunch of TVs. Well, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. And then it cuts to surveillance footage, like, I can't believe me, such and such, here stealing TVs. It's just like, could you be any more guilty? You just, painted yourself completely. I don't understand why that audio was ever recorded, but my God, it's just, it's so stupid. Like, the arrogance, the pure fucking arrogance of that guy is just off the charts. I mean, say what you will about Phil. Like I said, at least Phil, the worst Phil ever did was get his fanboys to try to take my Twitter account away. That was the worst thing that ever happened. So
that was successful.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, BSV, you on here for a bit?
Huh?
Do you have any questions for me or the detractors?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Good
good one.
question.
You know what? Hold on. I
Well,
gotta
do you
grab
want me to ask you something?
1 second.
Derek in the chat would like to know. No. Wait,
Good
I have
night,
a quick
Derek.
question.
Good night, Derek. It's way past your bedtime.
Well, I have a related question to that, and it's a quick one. Did you ever think it was weird that Derek would like basically hit up people to cheer Phil and ask questions on his behalf?
Well, I don't think Derek realized how lame that was.
All right. Sorry, I'm back. So,
Yeah.
BSV,
Yeah.
do you have any questions for us or the detractors? I mean, like, you've been on
Probably I
the
did.
other side of the fence for so long.
Well, I did so much research into it that I think I already have all my answers.
Wow.
Whoa!
Bum bum bum.
Whoa!
So
What do
try
you have
quizzing
on
me.
us, dude?
What
Come
do
on.
what
No,
do I don't know?
Enlighten us. Come on. You can't just say, "Hey guys, I got so much shit."
I didn't say any shit.
That- KG did that.
Good shit.
Dude,
And they
dude.
opens up his fucking little cloak in the middle of the night and flashes like somebody. He's like, "You want to buy something? You want to buy this?"
Yeah.
Like,
This
you can't
actually.
just say that. Give us something.
Like what? What in
Like,
what
give us
category?
a bump of something. Like, what do you got? What do you got?
In what the direction do you want me to get it on?
All right. What we were just talking about, like, we're just talking about DSP.
Oh, okay. How did you end up being such a detractor for BSV? What was your triggering point for
Wow.
caring so much about how bad person DSP was?
Myself, as
Yeah, all of
Davidson,
you.
all of us.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go down the line. I want to go
All
for
right.
Tex, Bill, and then myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tex,
yeah.
Um.
That's
All right,
my
all right.
fucking call.
Okay. I guess I can go first. That's fine. I've told this story before, but long story short, I originally tripped across his videos. It was actually one of his friend request ridicule videos, and it had like all these like shit tons of views on it, and I just thought he was just such a jerk. And I'm like, why is this popular? Why are people liking this and thumbing it up? It just is awful. It's not funny at all. It's just really nasty, mean-spirited. And then a couple years later, a friend of mine, we were in Skype, which is obviously superior to Discord. We were talking. I don't remember what we were talking about. And he just randomly linked me, sent up a link. It's like, hey, Phil did this or something like that. And I watched it and I was like, wow, this guy, I remember this guy. He's a scumbag. And I just, watched more and more. And it was just, he's fascinating. There's so many fascinating aspects of him that.
Gotcha. So you're a moral superior guy.
I don't know. No.
Person.
I'm not morally superior. I mean, I've copped to many things. I can be an idiot. I'm a shitty game player. I will admit that. You
have a moral superiority in.
I think that. I think that in a lot of cases, Phil put it that way. I think that he is. There's a lot of shitty things about him, but I was fascinated by the fact that he's constantly having these misadventures and making mistakes and putting his foot in his mouth. But then at the same time, he has this. I still think it could be described to some extent as a cult.
Okay, so some moral superior guy slash.
Well,
it's a low count.
I'm very fascinated. Like, I mean, just I like reading and watching documentaries about like cults and cult-like behavior, and so that also has me kind of on the hook, just because his fans, especially for you for some extent, I find you and the other now other fans interesting. Just I mean, like, because there's so many different ones that are just. I mean, look at the Doctor, for God's sake, dude. That guy is bizarre. I mean, apparently he's no longer liking the kids, shall we say? But I mean, that was a thing, and you have right now you have Mr. Pineapple Man, You have Queen Swaggins. You have like
no,
all these.
Pineapple Man is like a troll.
Yeah, for sure. I was just gonna say that. There's no way Mr. They call me Mr. Pineapple or whatever is
Oh
not.
no 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 no! I'm not. I'm
He-
talking
he's
about
a
niche. I'm
detective.
talking about or Nick or
Oh,
niche.
you're actually
Oh,
talking
niche,
about the
yeah.
real pineapple. Okay, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's Mr. Pineapple Man. Okay.
Fan pineapple fan. Yeah, they're just so weird. Oh, and that guy Mandy,
On
from
Twitter.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. They work so they white knight so hard for him, and it's just fascinating to me the links that they'll go to, or like the guy who offered to, buy Phil a ham dinner at Christmas or something like that.
God,
I
those
mean,
are such-
it's so fucking weird, all of it, and it's just fascinating, and it always is changing. There's always something new. There's very rarely a lull. I'm sorry, I'm very long-winded, and I apologize, but that's where I'm at, and I'll shut up now.
Okay, well, that's cool, and that's because you have a general interest in Phil, and you think his lol cow and his community is ridiculous. And then what's
His fandom
your
is ridiculous.
yeah? And then what's your reason, Bhil Purnell?
It was a Reddit post like from a few years ago. There was a post of him,
really.
yeah, freaking out. It was on I think Livestream Fail subreddit of him freaking out on someone on I think it was some fighting game, and he was telling all of his fans to go dox the guy and whatever. So then I looked him up because I'd never heard of like DSP before that. Never heard of him. I had no idea he was a YouTuber or whatever. So then
I never heard about this before, so that's pretty obvious. Did you just tell people to dox people that
yeah,
didn't
he
like
was
his
telling him to
gameplay?
like he was I forget for which one it was, but it was like there was some video where someone called him out on audio and DSP just lost it. He ended up making an apology video after it because it was that bad.
Oh shit! I
Ugh.
didn't
But
know.
it might have been Evil Table, but he freaked out and said, "Oh, go dox this guy." He didn't say specifically dox, but he's like, "Oh,
Wait.
go get him, whatever."
But sorry to interject, but the evil table thing, he never apologized to his fans for getting. There is a big difference there.
So anyway, after that, I was like, there's no way this guy can be real. So I went to his YouTube channel and I started watching some of his videos, and his personality was just so grating. I'm like, okay, it's got to be an act. I thought it was all an act at first, and then I
I
went to
hope
his.
this is nice.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to his live streams, and his live streams were the exact same, and it was just toxic. And I'm like, there's no way that this person isn't acting. And then fucking I called him out on Twitter, and he called me a retard on my real Twitter, and that became like I started like I guess I was a distractor after that. I was like, fuck this guy.
On my most delusional PSV White Knight Phil, I thought he was a genius doing this on purpose.
Oh my god, no. I honestly thought that there's no way anyone can be like him in real life. And then
No, it doesn't seem real, right?
no, it doesn't.
He's the Tony. I'm sorry, he's the Tommy Wiseau of Let's Players.
It's just
Yeah.
it's so pathetic. Like his
Hello,
whole like
doggy.
I'm one of the overall best gamers in the country, and then you watch his gameplay, and like a fucking 3-year-old kid could do better than him at games, and it's like, and he's seriously saying that he thinks he's one of the best gamers. I mean, now he admits that he knows he's not, but back then it's just like, bro, what is wrong with you? So anyway, that's my story.
He would be like the best parody ever, but it's so sad that it's real.
Yeah, it's
I guess so.
Wait, hey, he can be good at games if he wants to.
yeah.
I guess so.
Especially Street Fighter 2. Yeah,
Hey, by the way, am I sounding good? Am I great?
Yeah,
excellent.
All right. So I watched probably don't play Metal Gear Solid 3. That was the very informing moment in my life that DSP existed, and from there on in, I like watched some videos, watched some streams. It's like, it's okay. And it was super funny. It was not until Fallout 4, or I think it was Fallout 4, when DSP decided it was okay to start saying, I'm okay with the taking early game releases. Because I was like, as I'm not going to make a video based on a guy making gameplay content. I'm not going to make a video based on a guy being dumb at video games. what I really care about is that the guy who says I don't take early access video games, and then takes early access video games. That's kind of my little
He's just like the
problem.
rest of us, dude.
Yeah.
He wants to be like the rest of us. He you can't really be the same as everyone else unless you're there paying. You know, you're feeling the pain in your wallet.
Well,
Except when he's getting free games.
I have never paid for DSP. I'll adamantly say that I've never paid for DSP, but fucking when you start making it that's a requirement for some people, it fucking sucks. And I don't like that some people get fucking wrinkled in. They get because everyone that donates to DSP does it off of their best intentions.
I thought they were pay pigs, and there they come in with their bombshell information.
No, BSV, I agree with you, but they do it because somebody told them that they're doing it because it's okay for them.
Please tip me.
I'm going to lose my house.
Please tip me.
Yeah.
Please tip me.
5K a month is not enough to sustain my living. So
here's the
he's
problem.
making more than 5K a month. Let's get that out there.
I wish I could make that amount.
yeah.
Vidar can see the chat. He's responding in chat.
I could tell you that 4K amount, very excessive. It's
yeah.
When you get to that point where it's about 3.5 to 3, it's very excessive. You are making a lot compared to the rest of the country of America, and a lot of people struggle. DSP is not in that group.
No.
He makes a lot more. He does a lot less, and he begs the most. And I think streamers are starting to catch on to it for a lot of other channels besides him, but he is part of that group too. They're starting to see people beg. They're starting to see people cry for money. It is very, very sad on Twitch. It is not a good place to be anymore. I used to love Twitch, but I cannot support the practice anymore when they do this shit. It is very bad. I don't know if you guys have any insight on that, but
it's pretty scummy, I can say that.
Well, I can say I don't have any warm Twitch.
I have seen people get banned for less than people that are partnered to get banned. Like, I've seen people get like 24-hour suspensions, people get 48-hour suspensions. It's like,
Well, he's a partner. There's special treatment.
Yeah,
well,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's the problem then. Why give people special treatment?
Because that's where their money is made.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, we see the fucking we see the root of all evil here. It's fucking stupid, dude. I hate how YouTube has evolved. I hate how YouTube and Twitch has evolved. I can't kind of blame Twitch because it's a very good platform, but I don't know, dude. You should you should not expect to make a living off of Twitch. It's like the way that DSP is doing it.
Well, we found his game plan. His plan B is, begging people for the rest of his life, apparently.
Yeah. So, or winning the lottery.
I've been sub to a guy for like 4 years now. You can't do that. It's not gonna happen. Like, you have to legit be on his ass every day giving him money. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I've always wondered why, when he was making money hand over fist, why he just did nothing as a plan B. I mean, take that money, invest
There's no
it.
plan B.
Well, that's because that's poor planning. That's on you. That's not. Well, I didn't know what to do, or I was busy. I mean, it's all excuses. There's always something that you could do. You could go back to school, even though he hates it. I mean, get yourself more education.
I'm gonna tell you some real fucking talk, real fucking fast.
Please do.
All right. Phil does not want to go back to the real fucking workforce. Ooh, shocker. And any kind of amount of money he makes, that is in his income, and he needs to proclaim distress. If he does not, people will not donate to him. Ooh! Fucking out of nowhere, right?
Right.
But that's where he's at right now. He needs money. He needs to find a way to get his fans to give it to him. He needs a way.
Well, it's manipulation. It's playing victim. It's like, yes. That's why he keeps talking about his fucking job that he lost a decade ago.
Well, no shit. Like, there's this whole leaked video situation, and he talks about the fact that he had to go to EVO. He had, quote unquote, had to go to EVO for his Street Fighter 2 fucking Turbo tournament to represent himself. He did not have to do anything. He did not have to give himself in debt. But he did. That's the problem. He had to, but he really did not have to. He had to go into debt to say, I need to go to this EVO tournament, make some money, do all this, and he got 4th place tournament, what the fuck ever. And the next 2 years, he did 2006, 2007, he got knocked out fucking early. That's what fucked him.
Well, I don't think he had to do anything, but I have to go now, and I'm very happy
with
you guys.
I
just have to say, Kosatov best mod, Davai.
Kosatov for mod.
Мой друг Kosatov. До свидания, спокойной ночи. Bye.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, dude.
See you later, BSV. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, no problem. Bye-bye.
Happy trails.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's interesting with Phil also is that he just had to move to Seattle before selling his condo, which just blows my mind. I mean, I get that he was going to have temporary income from his aunt, but I mean, he knew that wasn't going to be long term.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. All right, he didn't have to. He wanted to. I'm sure you got that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to go out to Seattle. Why? Because it was away from everyone that knew him. I'm guessing that on the East Coast, he did not have a good name. He thought he could go away from it.
Yeah.
And he's in the situation now. Like, my back hurts so much. My Seattle air is gonna heal it.
Oh my god.
Ooh, my Seattle. Like, what the fuck is that fucking excuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we all know it. He went to Seattle. He said the Seattle air in the area is gonna be good for his back. Like, nobody believes that. Nobody believes.
I don't understand why I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just finishing that thought, but it's like nobody believes the fact that fucking moving into a new area is gonna give you a better back.
What I don't understand is, I mean, he barely goes outside. What's the fucking point? I mean, what? Because there's a better tax situation. And I mean, you're still a fucking recluse in your little. To me, that was part of what I see as the appeal to him, because he has his little gated community, so he's locked away, so he can talk trash against anyone and have no repercussions. You know what I mean? So he can't. They can't get to him.
Let me, as D. Davidson, break it down for you.
Okay, please do.
He not only is beyond recluse, he is a hermit. He cannot get out of his safe space. He cannot deal with anything that is against his feels and vibes. It is, you know how a narcissist feels, right? A narcissist is never wrong in the world. They are the center of the universe. They are the best thing ever. That is them. And Phil is one of those. So whenever something challenges him, it is always, always wrong. So Phil can never be wrong on this same account because he's a narcissist. It is very sad. I just want to say it's very sad where he's at right now.
I thought it was always fun. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know you were finished. Go ahead.
No, go on.
Well, I was just kind of, you mentioned that Phil's a hermit, and it's kind of amusing to hear you say that because I clearly remember there was one instance, and this is years back. This may be 2014, 2015, where he said the exact same thing about Rambo. He called Rambo a hermit.
Really?
I swear this happened. I swear this happened.
I think it was the same time that he said against the video that Rambo posted out of there.
No, it was before that. It was just because he was trying to, and people were asking him constantly, like, when are you doing more with Rambo? Rambo is kind of a hermit.
Yeah, Rambo's kind of a hermit, even though Rambo was the most outstanding guy in the entire group.
Yeah, I mean, he went on camping trips and shit. When has Phil ever gone camping?
When has he done anything other than like staycations? Like he hasn't besides Connecticut and Washington State. Where has he ever been?
No, he went on vacations with Leanna, but I mean there were,
and I guess when he was doing like the conventions and stuff, I guess he was going places, but he wasn't really going and seeing stuff. He was just going for the conventions and probably hanging out in his hotel room the whole time.
I know that he went to Florida once.
I'm gonna put this out there for his for DSP's as a quote unquote professional stay. I don't think he stayed there professionally for Evo or any fucking like PAX or what the fuck ever. What was it? What's the fucking big one? I'm fucking off my ass.
E3?
E3, yes.
Are you drunk, bro?
Yes, dude.
I was wondering this whole stream. I was like, is he wasted?
Well, we don't know.
But no, DSP for E3, he was very upset about how other people acted, I guess.
Are you talking about this newest one?
No, like when he was talking about the fact that he got dismissed from Machinima, he was the only professional streamer there, and everybody else just got drunk and fucked around. Like that one, right?
Right.
So, what basis do I have to base on that? Like he says it, I'm supposed to take it at face value.
Well, he's the realest motherfucker on the internet.
Yeah, he is the realest motherfucker in the world, right?
But then he says that he also is a character, which is just like mind blown. Okay, pick one. You can't be a character and be the realest motherfucker on the internet.
Exactly. Hold on. Before we go any further, I had some questions in chat that I wanted to get addressed, just because people have been asking them. David Davidson.
What's up?
What are your thoughts on the Be The sagas? So Be The getting banned?
Be The getting banned? I've barely been paying attention. Do you have any better examples? Or?
Oh, his mod was banned from his chat today.
No, I know that.
Yeah, but other than that,
why he was banned for.
I think it was because he was unbanning people, right?
Right. All right. Let me go off of this. DSP hates people that oppose him, and when you ban people that oppose you, I don't know where to go on beyond that except what I just said. Be the decided to unban people, and DSP took offense to it. But on a better scale, did something that DSP did not like, and DSP banned. I don't know if that makes your agenda better or whatever, but it's really not a good point. I don't like it because when you have a mod, they should be following your channel rules, and Bila was obviously not.
Well, none of them follow the rules in there. I mean, it's
Right,
basically
Bila was
there's
the
this
worst
illusion of rules, but then I mean, I got banned. I'm not even shitting you. Banned once for saying I like to laugh at my own jokes. I'm not shitting you. I said that and I got banned.
I got banned on a sock account for saying that I went on vacation in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah, I legit just said, "Hey DSP, how's it going? I was just in Seattle recently on vacation."
Wow.
Banned.
You know what it is? It's a safe space in violation.
They might be
Like,
looking for people. I mean, that might be the reason
it's
because I
just-
mean, I got banned for several times.
It's just DSP does not want to interact with people that are next to him. Rather near him, I guess is the better way.
Yeah, he's people have mentioned that like, hey, why don't you have a fan get together? He's like, oh well, I might do that. And it's never gonna.
Mr. Meeseeks360, did Phil say he was taking a trip to Seattle with Kat after the taxes? So there's a big theory that the whole reason that DSP hypes up these situations is because he's doing stuff like vacations after it's happening. Like there was the whole him begging for taxes in the summertime a few times saying he needed money, and then we come to find out that he flew Cat across the country to visit him 3 separate times. Like you don't claim to be poor and then fly someone across the country 3 times. So I mean, I kind of expect him to go,
Thanks
"Oh
for
yeah,
the bits, dummy."
Rakanuchi, thanks for the 100-bit cheer, buddy. I fully expect him to say, "Oh, the taxes are taken care of. We're gonna go on a staycation," and for him to pick out the most expensive hotel room in Seattle there is 10 minutes from his house.
I guarantee. By the way, sorry to interrupt. Before anyone gets an opportunity to ask, he will do that. It's 100% certain. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, no. I mean, the whole taxes and the whole it's all a sham. I mean, you know how much anyone that does their taxes and they're self-employed, you know how much you owe. You put that money aside every month. You know everything what you need to do.
No. Yeah, no, that's the thing though. Like I owe like what 30%, 30 to 5% in annual federal taxes per year, and they take that money. They say, okay, thanks for that. And how does DSP not know that? Like he's been in the workforce, he's been everywhere, he knows exactly what's going on. How does he not put that money aside? It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about this is that he loves to claim up and down that he doesn't have kids as fans, but at the same time he does, or at least has fans that have the mentality of children, because that's the only way that he can keep up his charade of, oh well, I don't know how much I owe, but please give me a lot of money. I know I'm not going to be able to afford it, so please please tip me.
Yeah.
Hashtag cheer sub tip.
Why can't you show that? Like I could show that. Like
he could redact everything that was
34 to 34 age area. What the fuck ever that is.
I broke my game.
He doesn't believe in transparency because no one holds him. Anyone who tries to hold him accountable gets banned.
That's the problem. And let's dive into that. Like that's the problem. Everything is against DSP, right? Like fucking taxes, anything that's logical against DSP. No, that didn't happen. No, that sub count isn't at where it is.
It's broken.
Messed up.
It is broken.
Something's messed up. And it's been proven time to time. He's even claimed, he's gone to his own length to say it's okay, it's legitimate. But as soon as out of his tolerance, it's a problem. That's where people get messed up at. And that's where BSV used to be at back in the day. I'm sorry he's gone from the cult, but that's kind of where I want to be when you invite me to calls. That BSV was in the same domain where Mr. Swaggins, fucking
Infinite.
What's that?
Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite is that right now. It's just they're told over and over again that's okay, nothing's wrong, the detractors are wrong, and it's like
pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Hold on. Who's Colonel Will hosting me to 119 viewers? Thanks, dude.
Holy shit!
I don't know who you are, but thanks.
Yeah,
man.
dude, random. Wow, that was the stimulus package, as Tevin likes to call it.
Wow, dude.
Good one. Wow, dude.
Just want to quickly address some questions that were going on in the chat. Nobi's cabin. If Dave has mental issues that makes him do the shitty things he does, how could he get help? I don't think he has mental issues. I think he's a true narcissist.
No. Here's the problem. Narcissism has no real cure for it, right?
Yeah, no.
And it's almost like it's its own damnation, like cancer. It's really hard to deal with.
James Alesser, thanks for the follow. Yeah, no, he's a narcissist, and there's no cure for that. There's nothing he can do.
Has no cure. It's really hard to deal with, and it's kind of like dealing with cancer. You cannot deal with a narcissist person. It's better just sever them from your life. You can't do it.
Can we talk about has everyone seen? Let's see, I'm trying to find it. The checklist of NPD to know if someone has, and you don't even need to be. It's the DSV4 or DSM. I'm sorry, DSM4, DSM5. There's a checklist. I'm looking for it right now. If you give me 1 second, I'll find it.
I wish I had that, but I do not.
All right, hold on. I'm looking for it. Psych Central.
To those that are just joining, by the way, my game crashed, so I'm
okay, I got it.
Switching.
So here it is. This is from the DSM. I believe DSM-5 has already come out. So it might have carried over. So this is symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. In order for a person to be diagnosed with NPD, they must meet at least 5 or more of the following symptoms. Okay, so I think we'll see. We'll keep score here. Number 1, has a grandiose sense of self-importance.
All right, that's a giveaway.
E.g., exaggerates achievements and talents, expects to be recognized as superior without commensurate achievements.
No, we get it. You can move on to the next.
All right, number 2, is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. I think so.
The next example.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Number 3. So we're almost halfway there. Believes that he or she is special and unique, and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions.
DSP, is that you?
Yeah, I know. All right, dude, we're 60% there. We're doing it. Next one, requires excessive admiration.
Yep.
Okay, dude, we're almost there. We're almost there. Has a very strong sense of entitlement.
Sounds like someone we know.
I don't know if Mr. Fourth and Evo, Mr. First
American. E.g., unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. Okay, so we've already run the game, but let's do a victory lap here. Is exploitive of others.
Yes. Okay, first off,
Project 7
exploits others for their tax money.
For their tax money.
It's simple. They have a credit card, they have a debit card, what the fuck ever, and he says, "Please pay me, or I won't fucking play more games anymore." And then they.
Well, yeah. Well, I might go away tomorrow.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one. Lacks empathy. Unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
Well, didn't he ban the guy for talking about his dead brother?
Yep.
Yep.
My personal favorite. Well, I mean that was bad enough, but I love I don't know if it was Vidar or something like that. Someone gave Phil $50 to play that Star, and then he gave him even more money. He's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Like, what an asshole.
Yep.
You know? I mean, fuck. Just play the fucking game. Make people happy. You know? Well, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck you. Anyway, so we just did lax empathy. Next one. This is a good one. Is often envious of others.
Well, he is obviously very envious of Toby Turner's.
Well, look at was it Rich or something? He's always talked about well, everyone is envious to some extent and jealous. Like he at least he admits
He
it.
is super envious of PewDiePie. He is
super envious of anyone that's bigger than him, really.
Of course he is.
He's envious of Justin Bieber of all people.
Yeah.
It's got to burn him that supposedly PewDiePie watched Phil at one point.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's got to burn him.
That's his claim to success, right?
Hold on. I got these fingers and they're air quotes and they're all the way in Alaska right now. Supposedly.
So not too far from Bill.
Yeah, supposedly. He was fucking envious. I don't believe that. I never will believe that. And I would very be hard pressed, even from PewDiePie himself, to say, "Hey guys, it's me, PewDiePie. I'm envious of Darkside Phil." You can say that to me. I don't fucking believe him. Fucking Phil is just such a fucking liar at this point. I can't deal with it.
Envious of RTU being fatter than him. Oh my god.
So we're on.
He might be.
So we're 8 for 8. We'll do number 9, and someone just sent me some additional stuff that we can talk about for an additional victory lap. Number 9 is shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. Yeah.
Can I just address something here quickly before we forget?
Sure.
Mr. Meeseeks, 360. One last thing before I go, I have to say I'd pay any amount of money to see how hard Phil begged and pleaded for his channel back. Like Tevin pointed out, his suspension was indefinite. He was gone. So what I want to say to that is that message that I think he received was just like a canned response. I think that when partners get those, it goes to their partner manager and then they sort it out. I don't think it was actually indefinite.
You know what? Let's talk about that. I want to talk about that.
Just tell me what to do.
All right. Do we want to let Text finish his list?
No. Honestly, I don't. It's kind of getting long tooth. We can.
Okay.
Let's talk about this indefinite suspension.
All right.
I think you got the permanent ban.
You think so, eh?
I think so, and he begged back to life. Because it's really easy to get that back on Twitch. I really do think when you're in that spot where you're making Twitch money, it's like it's a 50-50. The more subs / whatever donations you get, the easier it is to get back. But
yeah,
I think Phil got an easy back in.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because you can never take what he says with face value, right?
You can't.
No.
But I think he just got a little easy way out.
Yeah, I mean it's who in chat thinks he's gonna get his third ban before the 90 days is over? That's the real question.
Me.
I fucking 100%.
Well, the pressure is just. I mean, he's gonna have. And I saw it as soon as he announced that he was coming back. It's like he is going to have every troll gunning for him and pushing him and trying to make him snap.
Yeah.
And it's inevitable. He's gonna go off on somebody. He's gonna get reported, and it's over. And then he's gonna have to go back to YouTube. I mean, I tweeted about this before. It's like, well, YouTube. Twitch is the future. YouTube is dead. Twitch is the future until he gets banned on Twitch. Then YouTube is the future.
Well, here's the problem, Text, and I mean this in the best way. He's probably not going to get a permanent ban. He's probably going to get like a week. The next ban he gets.
Yeah, it's scummy.
Over the years, I've seen Twitch give however many fucking bans they feel like, and as much as you want somebody to get permanent ban, it's not going to happen. So I'm just saying it's not gonna happen. Probably.
I've seen some stupid shit, and they get away with it, or at least they get away with like a 24 Any of you guys know who Pink Sparkles is by any chance?
I know.
No.
I've seen your Twitter feed.
Yeah,
I know
she's
Pink Sparkles is.
yeah. She went to sleep. She just slept on stream, and people were watching. Like hundreds of people were just. It was. I mean, that's creepy. I just like hung out for a few minutes
It's
and
not
watched people
really
like
creepy. It's just that
watching her
she
sleep.
should not be asleep on stream. But from another perspective, it's creepy. From a Twitch point of view, it's against the rules. It's Twitch has changed dramatically, and I do not like it, especially when it comes to IRL streamers. They are not streamers, by the way. They are bad people.
All right, guys, I want to wrap it up here in about 10-15 minutes. This went way longer than I thought it was
All right,
gonna.
all right.
I want to go eat. I haven't had
You
dinner
know
yet.
what? Yeah.
Are you having
So-
some penne?
Yeah, I wish I
Give us
was
a
having
question.
penne. I'm making homemade chicken wings. Cause
Give
I'm
us
not-
give us some specific questions, by the way. Just like
yeah, and Chad, if you guys have any other questions before we
Mm.
wrap this up, throw them our way, and we'll give our professional detractor opinions.
Well, one thing I do have to say, that Vidar impersonator was dead on.
Oh, for sure. I thought it was him the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that he said, "No, you stupid vent is not fraudulent." I mean, that sounded so much like him. It was creepy.
What about Ice Poseidon? I don't watch Ice Poseidon. I think he's kind of a douche canoe. So I don't even bother. I mean, I
think he's
think
more than
that
douche
Dave
canoe.
is a
He's
douche
like
canoe,
a-
but
just keep him out of the fucking thing.
Who is going to the birthday stream?
I'll be there.
That's tomorrow, isn't it? I didn't
Yeah.
even.
Is it then?
Oh shit!
It's technically right
might-
now.
I might
Happy
listen to it.
birthday
Happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday, Phil. Let's get you a third strike.
Who thinks that his birthday stream is going to be a flop, and who thinks it's going to be a success? And
You know what? I think it's gonna be a giant flop.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I have a feeling that some of his pay pigs might have been saving up all week just to give to him on his birthday.
Let me give you another $100.
Oh my god.
I won't do-
Wow, this is drunk tipping.
Drunk tipping.
no, I won't.
Good. Save your money, dude.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
You can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
You're not my mom. Shit, I was gonna say something. I need your thoughts. You give me your thoughts. Anyway, like I was saying, I think that a few of his pay pigs will step up
Yeah.
tomorrow. Oh, the one thing I wanted to say is that someone DM me on Twitter, and they have this theory that DSP's not actually gonna be playing PUBG tomorrow. He'll be playing Bloodborne to raise more money. I don't know the validity of it, but I think it'd be hilarious if it actually happens and we call it out before he
See,
announces
the
it.
problem with that is I do not have my capture card set up so I can play Bloodborne at the same time as Phil. And to show how better I am at the fucking game that he is. God.
It would be great because someone was like, "Hey, you should have Kat come in and bring you the cake and stuff like that." I don't think
Oh
it's.
my
Hey, you
God.
know what? Let's bring that up. I'm sorry
boy.
if you're fucking brought up.
We're
like
talking
this.
about the horse in the
How
room.
many
Yeah.
games do you think Kat will fucking play with Phil?
One maybe.
Zero. I know. I think it's
you're
zero,
on the
man.
same page.
Yeah. No, I think
Zero.
that she came on the camera the one time for that video, and that she saw the responses and it scared the shit out of her. And I don't think that she's like that social of a person. I don't think she can take the heat. I think that's it. We're not gonna see any more
Well,
of her.
she used to stream on Twitch, and even then, she only had like 0 viewers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because girls that are Twitch streamers usually
Well,
do
titty
well.
streamer, right?
Well, yeah, you have to be a titty streamer. It's like you can't be a girl streamer. You have to be a titty streamer.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Well, no, even Cannibal Queen. Look at Cannibal Queen. She doesn't do that, and she makes money hand over fucking fist.
I think that DSP should be.
I'm
a titty
saying for like
streamer.
an introductory,
Mm-mm.
it's different.
All right, guys. Any more questions before we wrap it up here? Because I want to go.
You have any
eat.
questions for me, D. Davidson?
Should
Yeah,
we
David-
wrap?
David
Should we
Davidson
wrap?
is here, guys. I don't know if you
I'll-
guys
I'll
knew, but
talk
there's
to you guys, like,
a drunk guy
seriously.
named David Davidson here.
Yes.
Well, I have a question for you, David. Why do you have a skull on your Twitter avatar, or used to at
All
least?
So let me talk about that. So, back in the day, I thought Phil cannot die because he is a very big lol cow. And so the ride never ends. Mr. Bones Wild Ride bullshit meme came to my head. So that's why I kind of went with that. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. The Mr. Bones Wild Ride shit.
Yeah, Mr. Toad. Yeah.
Mr. Bones.
No, I don't know that.
Mr. Bones Wild Ride? Wild Ride?
Nope.
You know what? Let me go link you a tweet for that.
Okay.
So at least show your audience.
Well.
So Mr. Bones Wild Ride is basically a roller coaster tycoon little meme that they got out there.
Okay.
Sorry. So it I think it expanded like 3 or 4 decades worth of in-game time and like 3 hours to complete or something like that. The idea was that when you got Mr. Bones Wild Ride, you'd be there forever. So that's why I kind of went with DSP, and it became the skeleton.
Okay.
Because Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
That's
just
quite
it right now.
That's quite a journey that you went on to.
Yeah. No, that's the basic principles that DSP won't die. He's gonna be here forever, and deal with the journey.
Well, that's why they call him a pig roach. Is because he's a cockroach.
That's a nuance of it. I'm like an old guy that's saying like, nah, he's gonna be here forever.
He does. I mean, I will give that to him. He has an exorbitant amount of, and that's probably the only thing that's kept his ass from getting anywhere.
It's pretty luck at this point.
Yeah.
All right. I was asked the question. Everyone wants to know: Cat or Leanna?
Ooh.
Everyone knows.
It
my
depends.
answer.
It depends. I mean, like.
It's a meme in my streams. So.
Oh no! Well, it's difficult because I mean, are we talking overall personality? Are we talking looks?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's hard for me to be like, oh, I like Cat way more because we haven't seen much of her. But so far,
Right.
I like Cat more.
You're about that. I like Leanna more.
Yeah, at least Leanna had some semblance of a personality. I mean, albeit it wasn't all great, but I mean, you know, like Cat is just meh. You know,
Leanna had a personality in the last end.
Oh yeah, well, like when she went full detractor. Like I mean, I brought this up yesterday, but I mean the part where she was like, Phil was saying this is my man zone or something like that, a men only zone, and then she like pointed at his crotch and like, yeah, this is a men only zone, right? Yeah. So, and my girlfriend in particular was quite happy that she kind of went full detractor towards the end. But I mean, he was so whipped with her, and he probably was whipped with Kat too. I mean, he just would not, you know, and she would just talk all kinds of shit to him. I mean, look at that Mafia 2 LP. She is just riding him left, right, and center, and he just takes it.
Yeah, but I think that's why he's been so like fake side Phil lately. Is I think that Cat is reining him in. We're just not seeing it, right?
You think that Phil's getting the raw end of the deal?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because we haven't seen much of her, right?
That's the problem, though, right?
Like Leanna had a social media presence, and we heard from her now and then, but we don't hear shit from Kat, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, Leanna at the beginning, and you know, only towards the end did I see that she actually kind of evolved as a person and grew and became better. I would say, you know, she wasn't as nasty. Whereas, I mean, you know, when she was first, I mean, like the whole Kingdom Hearts thing was just, you know, ridiculous. But you know, I definitely saw. I mean, you know, you saw her personality, but you saw that she could learn and grow as a person. Whereas with Kat, I mean, well, I guess, I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen too much of her, and she's barely been there. But I mean, just everything is just so weird about the situation. The fact, you know, how they met, their quote unquote courtship, if you could call it that. Yeah. You know, the reason that she, you know, that she's moving in and I told my girlfriend about this. I said she moved in, and then she went and bought a PS4 Pro and a 4K monitor with her tax return, and she's like, "Good." She was happy about that. She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." I think that she's, glad, because I'm thinking to myself, I mean, in the real world, if you're living with somebody who is struggling just to make ends meet, supposedly, you would want to contribute. Oh, and a quick aside. How scummy was it when Phil was talking about Leanna and saying, basically referring to her as supplemental income?
He did the same thing with Cat already.
Yeah, he's
already done it.
Oh yeah, how scummy is that shit?
It's the scummiest shit, but like, I don't know.
If I were to say you're my income, the same.
Yeah, so you're a revenue stream for me.
Like that's all he says about
how are
her.
you, my little revenue?
That's the positive things that he says
Hey,
about her.
what's
It's
up,
Cat cooked me
$100
this,
a
or
month,
Cat's
how
gonna
you
help with the
doing?
bills. It's always
It's
Cat's
what
gonna...
you can. It's what you can do for me.
Yeah, like fuck that. All right, guys, I want to wrap this up. Does anyone have any final thoughts? Do you want to start? If you want, you can. I don't know what you're thinking, but if you want to go start your stream up, then I can.
Oh no, dude, I'm done. I can come back tomorrow. I don't.
You know what? If you're willing, I'll come on another podcast too, or what the fuck ever.
Yeah, I mean, this is unexpected. I just, like I said, I started streaming tonight. Tex came on, then BSV, then you. So
I was gonna.
Some kind of guy. I'll fucking join you whenever.
I like crank calling you.
Yeah, my stream was crashed. I was planning on playing like 2 rounds of PUBG, and here we've been talking about fucking Dave for like 4 hours. This is the new SoCast apparently. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, but we're not just talking about him. We've talked about
Don't worry,
stuff.
KG will just bring you tomorrow and say you're the new SOK. It's okay.
Yeah,
but I mean, to be, I can see that criticism, but I mean, it's not like, I mean, this isn't organized.
Is SOK right now? Like nobody is. We're all kind of our own people, and it's okay.
We're just shooting the shit, as it were, as in the words of totally legit. Okay, there's a good question. Do we believe that Sammy Samosa is real?
Yes.
I think he is Fred fucked entirely.
No, I was on the call between him. I was in the call on Skype between Sammy and Fred. They're not the same person.
Okay.
So then where did he go? He left at the same time Fred did?
Yeah, but we all know that fans fucking drop off all the time, right? Phil has tons of fucking fans that were hardcore ass kissers, then fell off the face of the earth. It's not that surprising.
You know what I want to do?
What?
Next month, let's talk about this.
Next month.
We'll set a date. On the same time, same place. Let's talk about this.
Someone is asking you if you smoke.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
He's just drunk.
Smoke weed or smoke
every day?
Smoke weed every day.
All right, guys. I have to go eat either.
All right.
I have like chicken wings on the brain right now. It's all I can think about. As much as like I want to hang out and stream for another few hours, considering like this is the most viewers I've ever had.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm so hungry.
That guy sounds like he smokes every day.
Oh my god. So for the people, some people are asking if this is going to be archived. I'm hoping it is. I turned on the archive setting while I was streaming though, so I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be, but we'll see. I want to thank everyone for coming by. Tex, David, BSB.
You're thanking me for crank calling you?
Yeah, buddy. Everyone that threw follows my way and subbed and threw bits at me. David Davidson, your ridiculousness of your huge amounts of bits.
Shut the fuck up.
You're going to regret that when you're sober tomorrow.
See,
now you feel like
it's my favorite streamers, and you're nothing special.
Wow. Dude. Now I'm sad.
Hey, at least he comes to your streams. He doesn't come to mine.
Oh, the camera's on.
Oh, the camera was on the whole time, huh?
Oh, I was scratching my leg.
Anyway, anytime, I'll join another stream with you.
Yeah, for sure. Like this one. Yeah. This one was like wasn't even planned because I was supposed to work tonight, but my car is in the fucking shop, so I couldn't end up going to work. So fucking.
Well, now you can pay for it.
Yeah.
I'll talk a little bit more introspective.
All right. All right, thanks everyone
Thanks for the stream,
for
dude.
coming by, and yeah, follow me on Twitter at Bhil Purnell, and I'll announce the next time I stream.
Follow me at Jenna Jameson.
At Jenna
And
Jameson. And we
And
got
eat
David
my
Davidson
ass.
at Justin Bieber.
yeah.
You know what? That's better than eating my ass.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Peace out, everybody.